Rock and roll. Kia ora, everybody. What's up? It is Robert. Welcome along to a Thursday. I forget the days. And I am joined by Chris Simpson, a.k.a. Simo. And you are the event director for the Corona Piha Pro.
That's correct.
Jingle bells.
Yeah,
good. You've got a big one rolling up.
Yeah, it's starting on the 16th of March, runs through to the 22nd.
So what does that start on a Monday through to?
Starts on a Monday, the finals are on the Sunday. So surfing no matter what, every day, because of the number of competitors, yeah.
So where do we start? Event director, let's way back. When was it announced that that was actually the Piha Pro was actually happening?
There was an announcement at the end of last year.
Okay.
The official announcement, but there's been a lot of work behind the scenes before that.
So has New Zealand had one at Piha before?
No.
Yeah.
So there was a junior event that was held sort of 2008, and there's been a CT event that was held in New Plymouth. Sorry, a qualification event.
Got it.
Which was 6,000 points held in New Plymouth probably in about early 2000s.
And then I remember I think it was maybe Vodafone or someone paid somewhere. What was it? They brought a whole bunch of surfers out for. I don't think it was a properly sanctioned thing though, right? It was like more of a promo piece that was.
Yeah, it was a promo piece. The Vodafone Surf Sessions.
That's right.
And that was at Piha.
That was at Piha, but it wasn't sanctioned. It wasn't anything.
No, it wasn't a WSL event.
So will this be New Zealand's first proper WSL event?
Yeah, and this is part of a brand new Challenger series that WSL have launched this year.
How does that work?
So there's 9 events all around the world, and they're worth 10,000 qualification points.
Okay.
So every CT surfer, which is the top championship tour surfers, have to go on at least 2. So it's
that's cool.
Requirement. So the great thing for here in New Zealand is that we're pretty much guaranteed we've got CT surfers coming along, and of course today we've announced there's 22 of them coming, which is awesome.
So how big's the field?
We've got 112 men and 60 women.
Jeez.
So it's a big field, all coming from all over the world. And of those 112 men, we've got 12 CT surfers, and 4 of them are ranked in the top 20. And then we've got 10 top female surfers, of which 5 are ranked in the top 10 in the world.
It's kind of a smart way to structure it where you make those other things mandatory, so it scatters out top to come down, that can help raise the awareness and get more eyeballs and everything into it, right? It's pretty smart.
Yeah, for sure. And what WSL are wanting to do with this tour is sort of treat it actually, a bit higher than most of the other qualification events. So, and the great thing with the timing of the Piha event is that we've got the Snapper Rock straight afterwards. So a lot of the top surfers are coming down to the Southern Hemisphere, going to
and
Piha.
then combo it together.
Yeah, and then they'll head off, on the Monday or Tuesday after the Piha Pro's finished to Coolangatta.
So it plugs in quite nicely.
Yeah, it really does.
In snow in the winters would be similar. People would come down for, they'd have like the Burden Open in Wanaka, and then like the next week they'd have the Aussie Open and stuff there. So they could basically come in. Yeah. Logistically, it sort of makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
So if I was to run all the way back, how did this happen where New Zealand could get a WSL properly? What's the process of like, hey, let's get Kelly.
Yeah.
And then what?
I think, firstly, the event occurred through Carl Budge and through...
he's shit. Yeah, he's useless.
His contacts with the former CEO of the WSL was working on tennis. So communication sort of kicked off that way. And then there was the opportunity with this new Challenger series, and there's a guy, Andrew Stark, based in Australia, who made sure that there was a spot left for New Zealand, and we sort of took the last spot.
Cool.
He was pretty keen because he'd been to New Zealand a few times and sort of made sure that we had that spot open to us.
And the I guess what New Zealand means to like many surfers all around the world, especially if there's already one in Australia, that kind of makes sense. So it's kind of a good little Anzac little collab.
Yeah, for
high
sure.
five. That's cool.
And also, like, New Zealand's seen as a surfing destination. So, and a lot of the awesome thing for why major events in a TEAD have got on behind it is that surfers travel. Yep. So, an amazing stat: something like 70% of surfers that follow the CT tour will travel overseas once a year. So, the whole opportunity to put New Zealand on the map as a surfing destination is pretty exciting.
It just makes sense, and it's cool that you just comboed up with Australia, get the gap working, and it's just 1 + 1 = 3, right?
Yeah, for sure. So if we can keep that timing right before the Snapper Rock, which is one of the iconic CT events, then it gives us a good position to get top surfers each year. And the number of surfers coming from, at that top level is huge. We never would have dreamed that we're getting that many in year one.
Yeah, and I think as well, because surfers obviously travel, everyone's seen everything, they obviously want to come down. Cool, let's do an event in New Zealand. How does it then work to decide where it goes, what it does, how it plugs in? Because obviously it's an entire machine and an engine to make this whole thing happen in terms of logistics and staffing and just everything, right? Like how does it work to say we're going to have thousands of people turn up, go? What do we do?
Well, firstly, we needed to get support from the government, major events.
Actually, okay.
So, there was a bit of work done centrally, just as sort of a feasibility, considering...
Some long lunches in Wellington?
Yeah. Long lunches in Wellington, working out, is it Piha, is it Raglan? And of course, ATEED at Auckland Council were really keen for it to be at Piha.
ATEED's been pushing pretty hard.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. So ATEED and Major Events have supported it for the next 3 years. So it means that we're locked and loaded for the next 3. So
that's awesome. And 2021 is going to be massive for New Zealand and Auckland stuff anyway.
America's Cup. I mean, the plan for the Piha Pro is to extend it out to Auckland. So we have sort of fan zones in Auckland, and that would be more year 2.
Yeah.
And everything that goes with surfing, all of the lifestyle bits that sort of get connected to surfing, because it's obviously it's part of a lot of people's lives.
Totally, yeah.
So that would be in the plans for years 2 and 3. We just got to put on a really good event this year out at Piha.
So you get the rubber stamp to do it in New Zealand.
Yep.
Government to be like, yep, we back this locally. That gets a bit more fuel behind it.
Yep.
What made the decision to go Raglan or Piha?
I think,
or others. I'm sure there's.
Yeah, it was probably between those two, because they're seen as internationally as the sort of best spots for the surfers. I think really, it ended up being Auckland because of the population and the support to make it happen. But of course, Piha comes with a few logistical challenges, which is.
I was going to ask about that.
Getting me grey hair.
More grey hair.
Yeah, more grey hair.
So let's talk logistics.
Yeah.
There's one road in.
One road in.
Is anyone going to ball out and just start helling in and out because they don't want to mess with the traffic? Has anyone got fancy and be like, well, actually, I don't really like this?
Yeah, well, who knows? We could, it's a bit of an unknown. What we do know in Piha, there's been a few events before, and traffic's back right up the hill, around the corner. No one can get in, no one can get out. So we are having to put in, 2 things. One is we're going to have managed access for the whole week, which means...
cool.
The biggest challenge is actually not just the road, it's the number of car parks in Piha. So we are on iTicket, people can book a vehicle access pass with a designated park.
That is good.
And that way we can manage the number of people coming in, so you don't get suddenly 5,000 people wanting to come in on a beautiful summer's day to watch Kelly Slater surf. They've got to go online, book their car permit. It means they're guaranteed they can get a park as well. They're not going to get stuck and can't find something. So once those parks are full, we're full. And then also on the from Wednesday to Sunday, we're going to do a park and ride. So we're going to offer buses.
Yeah, perfect.
That'll run from a park in
West
Auckland.
And when it's controlled access and stuff as well, it's going to make that road a whole lot more manageable. Because if the other crew have got dedicated parks, they're already locked, just as if it was a busy day. And there's no other bullshit.
Yeah, and then all the residents have their own vehicle access passes, so they can come and go as they please.
That's awesome.
And they've got special guest passes if they want family and friends to come and stay. The issue's not the number of people, it's the number of car parks available.
Yes, because
in Piha.
So on that, right, logistically, it's a shit show, because you're going to have buildings, all sorts, like you have to the build out, right? You're going to have toilets and cafes and food. How do you work that, like even from a practical and tactical standpoint? Building on sand.
Yeah. Well, we actually, funny enough, because of the tide at Piha, it fluctuates so much.
Yeah.
That we're building the main HQ on the car park, the very south Marine Parade car park. Not the one in front of the surf club.
Yep.
The one right on the left. And so we've got a big, it's about 45 metres long, a big HQ structure getting built.
Big kind of 2-story.
Yeah, it'll be sort of above the sandhill, so you get good viewing. So at one end there'll be the commentary area, and then the middle area is the athletes sort of hang out, and the other area will be the VIPs. So
back to that logistics bit, the strategy of doing it that way, I'm sure that's been done plenty other places with a similar type of event where there's limited access, or is this?
It's quite unique,
Yeah.
and really, what we're trying to avoid is potentially not able to control the number of cars wanting to get in with a limited number of spaces. So
Yeah.
it really, to avoid that, it's really the only option. So the New Zealand Police and Auckland Transport have been really helpful, and they've been
smart.
helping us do the plan. But you know what? It's quite complex. It's probably taking more time to coordinate that than actually the event itself.
I can imagine, yeah.
Because it's a challenge, and I'm sure that there will be some lessons from year one that we'll put in place year two. But
Totally.
what we do know is we've just got to have a good idea of how many cars are coming in, and the only way to do that is that people book their car access pass online at iTicket.
Have you scoped the Airbnb blockouts to see how much prices have just been jacked for that week?
Look, it's been amazing actually. Firstly, we managed to book some houses for all the WSL people coming.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool.
But that was quite a challenge.
Because they knew it would have been coming, so everyone would have blocked those times and dates and been like, oh, yeah. Because the same thing happened to the flipping Rugby World Cup here. Oh, well, it was a shit show.
Yeah, it's quite funny though, because of course the Piha community, 3/4 of them love their surfing. So three-quarters of them want to stay in Piha to watch the surfing.
Yeah.
The others want to get out and rent their houses out, which is all good. So we're trying to encourage, if you want to make a little bit of money for yourself, rent your house out or offer a, homestay or whatever for the surfers. And one of the traditions with surfing, which is kind of cool, like in Hawaii, the same surfers stay with the same people every year. So they develop a really cool relationship. So what we'd love is the Piha community to kind of, develop, to really get them behind the event and actually, provide those opportunities to link up with surfers and, it's a full-on party pretty much for the surfing for that week.
I've got a couple of buddies that are of younger demographic who I'm imagining will go to the warehouse and buy 100 mattresses and probably just line it all up and just be out the front. Selling $50 cashies, come crash.
Yeah, I think that, like what we've said, even with the residents that have homes, that they can have guest passes, but it's got to be able to, their property's got to fit the number of guest passes they have based on cars. You can't suddenly have
there's 30, always a hustle. Yeah. Bring me there, I'll find the gaps.
And I've got a local that's dealing with it, so
there you go.
She knows all the houses and how big the properties are to fit the cars in.
It's funny, you run a surf event in New Zealand, you spend time trying to figure out like portaloos, scaffolding, parking, and even say for the like permits and stuff. Obviously, you get building stuff. Like, is there any other major road? Like, what were the biggest handbrakes or potential handbrakes that they've made it tricky? Or
well, look, this event's been quite unique because I was the CEO of a FIFA Age Group World Cup. With stadiums all around New Zealand and that sort of thing. And for this event, the complexities is the town, is the consents, is trying to deal with getting resource consent and event permits and you've got lots of agencies that are want to make sure that we're protecting the area. So I mean the thing is though, because we've got managed access, so it's prescribed.
Yeah,
we're probably in a better position than on a long weekend in Piha when it's chaos.
Controlled.
Where there's thousands of cars coming and going all the time, but not really controlled. So at least this is controlled. So it gives us a chance to, work through carefully with it. But there has been a lot of, being year one, quite a bit of, planning processes to be stuck in with, obviously working with Auckland Council and so forth. But hopefully once it's locked in year one's always the hardest. No matter what event it is, year one's the hard one because we're sort of breaking new grounds and we have limited time this year. So it's really focusing on the event itself this year, and then we'll roll out other things in years 2 and 3.
Got it. So 16th to the 27th?
22nd.
16th to the 22nd.
Yeah. So it's Monday the 16th it starts, and then finals is on the Sunday.
Yeah, cool. Rolls right through. And so from, I guess, a surfing perspective, the big one that obviously everyone sort of jumped on was Kelly's coming.
Yeah.
So how do you get Kelly?
Well,
long lunches in Wellington.
Yeah, well, no. Kelly wouldn't care about long lunches in Wellington. I'd say probably more about golf. But no, so WSL have been really helpful. And, of course, it's important for them as well. So they've got pretty strong links and connections with all the all the top surfers. The really cool thing we heard probably about 6 months ago, that when New Zealand was on the radar, a lot of the surfers talk to one another because they're on the tour and they're going, hey, look, let's go to Piha, New Zealand. So I think it's just sort of flowed into that. So he's genuinely coming here to compete because he's off to Snapper. So he's here to it's not a promotional tour or anything like that. He's here to compete, which is quite unique and special because he's obviously a legend. He's,
The dude's a flipping unit, eh? Like, why did he win his first world at 18 and then at 40 or something? Like the youngest and the oldest, and he's still just on fire.
He's 47.
Jeez.
So,
Is he actually?
Yeah, he's won 11 world titles, 47. He won his first one when he was 19. I mean, for all those 47-year-olds,
that dude's like Pharrell. He just doesn't age.
No, he's amazing.
It's unreal, eh?
So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that there'll be some New Zealand surfers going at him and competing.
That's
that
cool.
weren't born when he was started on the CT tour.
True.
So that'll be, and then they've got Adriano de Souza who won the world title in 2015.
Yeah.
He's coming. So there's, 4 guys in the top 20 in the world. And
that's mega, right?
Yeah. But having Kelly here, I mean, to me, he's the same as, Michael Jordan in basketball. And
GOAT,
Yeah, he is the GOAT, without a doubt. And he transcends the sport, He's more than just surfing.
Well, it's one of those things when you say, like, surfing, you're like, Kelly, everyone gets it. It just elevates the whole thing.
Oh.
It changes the conversation.
Yeah, well, suddenly it's not just surfers who know Kelly's name.
Yep.
So, which goes back to the transport plan coming out. Like, everyone
he's in the helicopter.
Yeah.
Or he flies. He's got his helicopter.
Yeah, may do. Yeah.
That's epic. And then I think as well, when you're doing, say if you're on the tour as long as he is, right, and he's in that sort of world, when you get the opportunity to genuinely be like, oh, let's go do New Zealand. For them, it's new.
Yeah.
Because everything else is probably copy paste, right? Like it's another comp, another spot.
Yeah.
And as soon as something's new, but you're already doing it anyway. It's like, I genuinely love New Zealand.
Yeah.
I'm already going to be competing. It's got epic, culture, community, all the rest of it.
Yeah.
No brainer.
No. Well, and what the important thing for us is make sure they have fun. So they come back.
So let's talk about the fun. I like fun.
Yeah, well, we're keeping open the fun because we don't want to bombard them with...
So how do I have fun during the 16th to 22nd? I like fun.
Firstly, if you're into surfing, then there's going to be action, given how many competitors every day from 7 till 7 at night.
That seems like a flipping gong show. That's so many people. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's 170...
112 men, 60 women.
It's 170 all up.
So
all week.
All week. So what the WSL guys, because they've said, is that pretty much... irrespective of the size of the waves, we'll be competing every day, and the finals will be on Sunday. And I guess, at times there'll be delays.
Yeah.
So what the public need to know is if you've booked a day to come out with your car, or booked a bus trip, just come out anyway, because at times there'll be no surfing, at times there'll be surfing.
Yeah.
There'll be other things going on.
Let's talk about the other things.
And
music?
Music. We've got... we're going to have DJs playing each afternoon.
Like Arvo session?
Arvo sessions, sort of sunrise sessions.
Oh, hey.
Sorry, sunset sessions.
What about what are you doing? Some morning yoga shit? You got some go on the sand.
No, Carl Budge is into that yoga stuff.
He's more than just into the yoga, mate. I've seen him in these little Speedo things this one time.
Oh,
and
no.
it was
No, don't.
He won't be running the morning meditation sessions.
He probably wants to.
Yeah.
But no, we've got security on him.
Okay, got it. So you've got so what other music stuff
so
you got?
basically we'll have lots of sponsor activations and things on the beach, and we've got a Corona pop-up bar right by the headquarters.
Classic.
And like
they sponsor the
they're the naming rights sponsor.
Yeah, but also they've got the bar thing which Corona did up as well. They did a whole big the surf lifesaving club thing. They helped back with Corona a couple of years ago as well. So I think they've really got a bit of an association with it.
Yeah, they have. They've been, and they're a global partner of surfing, and so what they're doing here is similar to what they've done in other events around the world.
Is it still from where you'd rather be? Is that still their thing, or are they changing it? But is it still?
It might have changed.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, the competition's the most important thing, but we'll have activation and things going on.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we've tried to encourage a lot of the athletes to stay in Piha if they can, just to avoid them having to drive every day.
Yeah.
So I think a few of the places like the local bowling club and the RSA and everyone else are quite excited about doing events on during the week.
And it'll just be cool because I know, when you're super into it, just the fact if you get to walk past and meet some of the surfers and stuff, and I'm sure if you've got 170 global surfers there, there's going to be so much awesome interaction between the locals and checking it all out. And,
for sure.
And like you're going to be hearing stories for years of, I was at the bowling club and Kelly walked in. Well, he gave me a Corona.
Possibly.
I took a piss next to him. It was great. But that's awesome. I think it's really cool to integrate it in with that as well.
Yeah, I think, and that to me, it's about making sure the Piha community kind of, fully embrace it so it becomes their event.
And I think when they know that Kelly's coming and they love surfing, I'm sure any of the small niggly stuff's going to be just part of it.
Well, I hope so.
Kelly's coming.
It should do. And, it's, for me, any major event in New Zealand, we've got to, do what New Zealand does best and friendly and, welcoming and all that stuff. So make them feel at home.
Now, prize money is equal.
Equal prize money.
Let's talk about that.
Which is really cool. So I know, with the government, they've announced, the big new Women in Sport program. And to me, when I first got a wee experience at WSL and the new CEO, she was talking about, equal prize money. One of the few global sports that are really doing it and genuinely doing it. A lot of sports are talking about it, but are they doing it? Surfing's one that genuinely is now, which is really cool from this year. So that was a big thing for even the New Zealand government getting on board and supporting it.
Really?
Yeah, because Women in Sport now is obviously as part of this the new program that they've announced with a lot of other international women's sporting events bound for New Zealand. It's a big part of it, and so it should be. So it's really cool that it's equal prize money going forward in WSL. Cool. And the other thing with WSL, which is pretty exciting, is they've got their own kind of in-house production department. So all their digital stuff is sort of cutting edge compared to perhaps some more conservative sports out there.
Yeah.
So they've got the third highest reach in the world behind the NBA and NFL.
Really?
Yeah. So it's really...
Over baseball?
Yeah. NFL and the NBA are ahead.
Huh.
But they're third. So...
That's actually pretty... That's bigger than hockey, NHL, MLB.
Yeah. I mean, there's some other big sports out there.
Yeah.
But that's sort of the reach of surfing. It touches a lot of homes globally.
Yeah.
And I think for Kiwis to realise how big and global it is and how much profile New Zealand will get is pretty cool.
Yeah. The sponsors that have backed it, who else do you have in the mix that's helping?
Yeah, well, firstly, obviously, Corona's the naming rights sponsor.
Yeah.
And we've got Jeep, who are also a global sponsor of WSL.
I'm imagining they're going to have some nice Jeeps parked up on the dune, sunset.
I think that's the plan.
I can see it. I can see it. Makes sense.
That's the plan. And then Sky Sport have come on board, which is awesome. Not from obviously doing production and sponsorship. So they're the sponsor of the New Zealand trials.
And are they doing to lead into it?
Yeah. So the day before the event starts,
I didn't know this. Yeah.
There's going to be a New Zealand trials. So there's at Piha, and so the 2 top female and 2 top males from the Sky Sport New Zealand trials will go into it and compete against the guns.
And so they're going to, so it's almost like a wild card sort of entry possibility for. Is it open?
It's an open. So basically, the top 4 New Zealanders will go in, and then there's a couple of other Kiwis already in, and I'm aware that Paige Harrop and Ricardo Christie are going to be going in as well to try and qualify for the Olympics.
Is Maz Quinn still shredding? Is he going to make a comeback out of retirement, come back in?
I saw that he is going to go into the trials.
Is he actually? Piss off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw his name there.
That is awesome.
I can check that, just don't hold me
No, but that'd be cool. Like, Maz comes back.
Yeah.
Take a crack.
Wow. I mean, he knows Piha.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
So
that's pretty cool. Okay, mean. Very good. And what other sponsors? So you got a Jeep, Corona?
The main sponsors are Corona, Sky Sport, Jeep.
Yeah. And so is Sky
major events
live
in the
streaming? So it's going to be on.
Yeah, it's going to be. They're the production. They're providing all the production, so it'll be covered on Sky Sport.
Yeah, there you go. Mean. Okay. And so it'll be all week from 16th to 22nd.
Yeah.
Monday through Sunday.
Yep.
Fun times all around.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
What? Anything else people need to know about it?
Oh, look, the most important thing people need to know is you can't just drive up and expect to be there. You've actually got to book on iTicket to get into Piha during that week.
But what if their line is, don't you know who I think I am? Do you think that will work?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure this whole managed access stuff, they might be staunch. But we have to. We just, in all seriousness, it's, you know, Kiwis are used to going wherever they like. Unfortunately, because of this and to avoid, you know, the situation of too much traffic, it is just, if you want to go, and you'll guarantee you can get in then by jumping online, otherwise you won't be able to go.
What's the biggest thing you're most excited for the week, apart from the lack of sleep you're going to get until maybe the Sunday night at the Corona after party?
Oh, look, I just, yeah.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm trying not to focus on that one.
Okay, yeah.
So, look, I think it's just when all the athletes come to town.
Yeah.
You know, the day before, so we're going to be picking up, you know, they'll be picking up all the WCL people, and then all the athletes will be coming to town. We've done a lot of work behind the scenes, and then it's their show. And then pretty much we, you know, we'll be enjoying the surfing as much as everyone.
Yeah, that's cool. If people want to get more info, where can they go? What can they do?
Jump online to iTickets, the best, but we've also got on the WCL website, there's an event page for us, and there's also a Piha Pro community Facebook page.
Oh, okay, cool.
So they can, with all the event information and stuff.
Okay, very
cool.
I
mean, one of the questions that we are being asked is, when's Kelly competing? We don't know. So, you know, the way it works with surfing is we don't have fixed times that athletes are competing. So when you've got so many, they'll be doing the draw sort of right before it starts, and then we're just got to, it's moved based on conditions, based on, you know, good conditions, bad conditions. They'll compete at different times. So you just got to basically pick your day and hope you get to see some top surfers. But given there's so many, you will be.
Yeah. So take a bus, snake a sleeping bag, sleep in the dunes for a week.
Don't say that.
You'll be fine.
Oh, no, mate.
No, and then do you have any, I'm sure Corona's going to be doing all the big music stuff at the end of it as well, right? So I'm sure that's going to be just rolling for the whole time too.
Yeah, we've got to be, because it's in a small residential area, it won't be a great big rock concert happening.
Okay.
No, it's more about the competition. It'll be sort of, you know, lower key music, DJ music, but not it won't be a full on, you know.
Fest.
We'll probably look to do that in Auckland next year.
Ah, cool, yeah.
You know, tie that in.
How much is the prize money?
The prize money in total is $750 US.
What?
But that's not just for first. It's sort
of...
No,
but like so the prize pools are like $1 million New Zealand.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Jeez, that's actually solid. What other sport comp in New Zealand has over $1 million prize pool? Like nothing. Maybe the tennis.
Maybe the tennis. I'd say the tennis.
Flipping Carl.
Yeah, I know.
Stuff that guy. All right. Yeah. No, that's actually rad. $750 US. That is over $1 million New Zealand.
Yeah.
Is it? The exchange rate's exchange rate's stuffed right now. That'd be right. That's cool. And even prize money. That's rad.
Yeah.
So you've got a big next month. So yeah, shit, you're only under 4 weeks away.
We're bumping in less than 3 weeks. So don't.
And you'll have the pack and everything. So you're about to.
We've got a week pack in to set up the headquarters and that. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. In fact, talking about it's giving me nervous. Yeah.
Well, on that note, I'll let you get back to the next month of No Sleep and Carnage. But it's going to be mean to see Callie and the crew. And Maz maybe come out of retirement to take a stab at the dragon at the goat.
For sure. Bethany Hamilton too. I don't know if you know. Yeah, she's there too. So.
Awesome. Well, hey, appreciate the time. So 16th to 22nd of March.
Yep.
Go into online iTicket to try and lock in the spot.
Yep.
Probably good luck on Airbnb. Those days are probably
gone.
Gone burgers. And then I'll probably see you down there for a nice casual bevy on the Sunday after it's all done and dusted.
Yeah, sounds good.
Appreciate your time, brother.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the day, team.
Cheers.
I've been joined here by Chris Simpson, aka Simo, the big boss dog, event director, Corona PR Pro. Coming soon. All right, adios, team. Peace.